Good morning, Women Now viewers, and welcome, and I hope you're enjoying the holidays. As always, we have a great episode planned for you today, so grab a chai and enjoy and sit back and relax. We'll be back with our first guest right after these messages, real estate agent Valya Ragu. Don't move a muscle. Well, Women Now viewers, today we have a special treat for you. We're joined by Valya Ragu, who's one of the Bay Area's most well-known and leading real estate agent and advisors. How are you doing today?
Good.
And thanks for joining us. You know, we've been thinking about doing this for a while, so I'm so glad we finally got to do this. You know, so let's get right into it. Let's talk about, when did you first get into this industry? When did you know, hey, did you wake up and say, I want to do this? What was it all about?
Actually, I knew I wanted to be in real estate long back. I used to be in the finance side of real estate in 1980, 87, 88. And I think the big awakening was the earthquake that hit us, the Lower Prieta in 89.
Yeah.
And the building I was working in was rocking, and the next day I just quit my job and went to being a full-time realtor, which was my passion. And
was it a big transition from what you were doing?
Not really, because I was in the finance end of residential real estate.
Okay.
And in the mortgage division, and then it was very easy to transition.
Okay.
The biggest reason I made the switch was because I'm a people's person.
Okay.
And
I guess in this business you have to be, right?
And I really enjoy working with people and meeting people and interacting with people instead of being behind the doors.
Sure. You know, offline we're talking that your 25th year is coming up.
Absolutely.
You're so young still, but I imagine that you've seen this industry go through so many different changes and ups and downs. Recall for me, if you will, some of your most you saw these challenges, I should say. Let me cut that off and say, what were some of the greatest challenges you saw for the real estate industry here in the Bay Area over those 24, 25 years? Do you have anything that sticks out to memory?
The big challenge was surviving in the downturn. The ironic thing is, Manish, there are times when I have actually told my clients not to go forward on something.
Really?
If there has been an issue which is just not correctable or something very bothersome or negative, which we discover not known before, or things come up. And based on the situation of the client. So really, I mean, if this is not something I'm just doing for the money, but also the passion.
Right, you gotta love this.
And the money is important, but the passion and to work with clients and it's a long-term relationship.
Well, the money follows, right? That's the whole idea.
Yes,
Anything you succeed in, if you put your head to it, the money follows.
Yes.
So that's great. So. You know, you've got this great sort of viewpoint on how things work, and obviously the longevity is great. Let's talk about from that point where the industry sort of picked up. I remember offline we're talking about the craziness in 2000.
Yes.
And then there was a downturn, a big downturn.
A big downturn.
And then now things, talk about that, the downturn till now. What did you see from the downturn till now? How did you see it turning, really?
It was a gradual turn, and then it became unprecedented and phenomenal, which we never anticipated. So we have surpassed 2,000 increases.
Oh, wow.
And there's a lot of competition, which we did not have in 2000. It's more than the 2000 competition.
Okay.
And the tools and technology available now to buyers and to agents and in the marketplace has just made things just easier. At the same time, a bit challenging, because if you're not up to pace with clients, and you're not able to pick up their needs quickly, you will get left behind.
And now talk about your relationship with this technology yourself personally.
Yes.
How have you adapted it into your own practice, if you will? And obviously I can pick up the phone and I can dial in Zillow and get my Z estimate, and boom, there it is. But that's just information, it's not a person. How have you used this to your advantage, if you will? In your
Clients have actually given me a great feedback and a compliment in a way. They say that Zillow doesn't make up for a good agent. they get all the information and they're able to shortlist and come to me, bring it to me on the table and say, hey, these are things that we're interested in. Can you do a quick research or can you give us your take on it? There's tools like DocuSign, and we do online forms. We generate forms online, which is very efficient, and folks don't have to take their car and come out and meet with me personally. And I was actually able to close a transaction sitting in a hotel in India when I was gone for a week.
Wow, that's a big difference.
And there, yes, there were multiple offers in the valley and a pretty hot property, and so that was where technology came in, and not just technology, it's the communication between client and agent, and things fell in place.
Let's talk about the first-time buyer. Let's say I've never bought a house, and I contact you and I said, Valya, you know what? I've never bought a house. I'm doing okay, financially. My wife and I have a job.
Right.
What do you tell people when they say that to you? Because I'm sure they do.
Again, there's a lot of strategy and talking and planning with first-time buyers.
Okay.
In the current markets, I have to have a conversation with them to see if they are ready to face up to the current market.
Okay.
And are they realistic? Or do they want to change their strategy a bit and move away to less crazy locations and get more bang for the buck? First-time buyers right now are they willing to take some amount of risk with writing no contingency offers and very less contingency offers?
Because you said the market right now is demanding that, right?
And even if they are willing to take the risk, are they going to feel okay about it?
Right.
So I think all in all, it's leveraging your risk.
Okay.
As a buyer today, you have to leverage your risk. And with the help of the agent and with your own knowledge, and buyers today, hats off to them, they're very smart.
Oh, yeah.
With the modern technology and with colleagues at work
People
and with
show up
everything.
with stuff and they understand.
Absolutely, and they catch on. I have been very blessed in the Bay Area to have buyers who catch on really fast, and trust, which is so important to agents these days.
It's going to happen. Where's it going? Where do you foresee this happening?
My thoughts are that inventory is not going to go up.
Okay.
And we still probably will have the population increasing in the strategic locations, being in the Silicon Valley, and more companies coming up every day and having the means. So with more shortage of inventory and more buyers, it's not going to be a fun situation, and people are going to find ways to expand out more. And they're probably going to be more rational on saying, okay, let's commute more. Let's find places which are not top tier.
Right.
And in fact,
you'll start seeing Morgan Hill, you'll start seeing Tracy, further outliers.
Yeah, Livermore is already doing amazingly well now, which we would have never expected.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, and I remember no one even knew where it was.
There's a lot of cash buyers and buyers who are consciously going into today's market to make decisions, and that's been the trend the last several years. Very different from the financial crisis situation. Yes, you can contact me on my website at www.valyaragu.com, and I'm with Legacy Real Estate and Associates. And one of the unique features about me is I do the entire Bay Area, Santa Clara County and Alameda County and Contra Costa, and coming into my 25th year in the business as of January 2015.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming on Women Now today.
Thank you, Manish.
Really appreciate it. It's been a great chat about this. I feel like I learned a lot more now. Thanks. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you.
Thank you.